Hello, we're here with Adrian from Mexico, and I'm going to ask you some questions about your love life.
Okay.
Do you have a girlfriend right now?
Right now I don't.
It's pretty strange that I asked it to you.
No, right now I don't have.
But you have got a relationship with.
Yeah, I have already had some relationships in Mexico and one in Brazil. So,
one in Brazil also.
Yeah.
Was there a big difference between your ex-girlfriend from Brazil and you?
Like a cultural clash?
Yeah, a cultural clash, yes.
Not really. It was actually like Mexican culture and Brazilian culture is very similar.
Are pretty much the
So
same.
yeah, it's quite the same. So
that's nice.
yeah,
Okay.
it was good too.
And so, where did you meet? Did you meet in Mexico or?
No, actually, I met her in Brazil because I went to study abroad for 1 year, like 6 years ago.
Okay.
So I met her there, and it was actually very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you had a relationship for how long? For how many months?
Well, I met her since I arrived to Brazil. So we have like this type of meeting, being friends, like for 5 months.
Yes.
And after that, we became like dating and stuff like that.
Okay. Before you dated her, did you had any prejudgments about girls from Brazil?
Well, I don't know if prejudgments. I just find I think all the Brazilian girls are very pretty.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And
Instead of prejudgments, there were like expectations.
Okay.
Because they are very pretty. So I don't know. Maybe for what I've seen before of that,
Yes.
I thought they were kind of crazy, because a lot of Brazilian young people have a relationship, like very long relationship.
Yes.
Actually, this girl had like 3 years relationship before me,
yeah.
so that's kind of weird for me.
Okay.
So that's cool.
But I think it's nice that the Mexicans and the Brazilian culture is pretty much the same. But were there any clashes between you two? Any cultural clashes?
Well, in the language, it was like the most important because yeah. Because for example, when we met, I didn't speak any Portuguese,
Okay.
so it was kind of difficult to get in touch and to, like, for example, talking about anything. It was like half hour to say like, how are you? You know, like
yeah, okay.
that's very complicated. But after that it was just going smoothly, and maybe some like jealousy things because of his ex-boyfriend and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But nothing very huge and nothing very important.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I've run through all my questions.
That's good.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For the
Man.
help.
Bye. So, do you think it's possible to be in a relationship with two different cultures?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what do you think the most common problem is?
Cultural barriers, I think. For example, my boyfriend's from Peru and I'm Romanian, and my culture may be different towards him, or his culture, or his family's bigger, or the food or the way he acts with his family, it's much more different than how I act with my family or how I behave.
Okay. Do you experience any communication problems or?
At the beginning we did, but then you get used to it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Do you think it's possible to be in a relationship with two different cultures?
Well, I think it's possible if you really go for it.
Yeah.
It's possible.
What do you think is the most common problem within a relationship?
Distance. I think.
Yeah, top. What do you guys think of an intercultural relationship?
An intercultural relationship, as in a romantic
A
relationship?
romantic relationship.
It can work. No, she has a Dutch boyfriend, so she's alright. But I think it can definitely work. I think sometimes, they I don't know, they complete each other. So
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think the most common problems are within those relationships?
Oh, definitely sometimes non-verbal communication, as in body language or something that is not said, you know, like feelings or, you know, sometimes there's a little friction.
Did you ever experience it yourself, maybe?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
I didn't. I'm completely settled in the Netherlands.
But you're Dutch? Or?
I'm Dutch with a
Okay.
Dutch boyfriend, living together, so I don't really have any experiences. Not even on holiday.
No, oh, you haven't lived.
No. Can you maybe give us some examples of problems you were facing?
It wasn't really a problem. It's noticeable. Like I was dating a Spanish guy, and I noticed that when I went on vacation with his family and stuff, they were very open, very friendly. I'm from Germany, so while they might be welcome in Germany, you know, they're not as hospital. Yeah, exactly. But right now I'm living with a Chinese girl, and there's also very noticeable how the difference in cultures. You know, they. I mean, she's very cool, so it's easy to get along with. But there are differences.
Great, thank you. I think is more important in a romantic relationship, culture or religion?
In my culture, it's religion.
Yeah? Could you explain why?
I'm from Indonesia, first of all, and then in Indonesia, we have a diverse culture, and then each culture has to be done with a certain religion, and then in my culture, we are more. I think in our culture, we think religion is more important than your background, because we are talking about belief, and yeah, I think it is more important to have religions.
Could you have a relationship with someone who has a different religion than you have?
I tried once, and then it did not work out.
No?
So, yeah.
Okay, and could you maybe tell us why? What was the main reason why it didn't work out?
The main reason is because she's from Indonesia as well, and then we have different backgrounds, and then also we have different. She's Muslim and I'm Christian, and then it's not working very well because my parents know it, and then they decided like, no, you have to separate, and then that kind of thing. So,
Okay, so your parents say like you have to go with someone who's also Christian.
yeah. Pretty much.
Okay. Okay. That's enough, I think. What do you think is more important within a romantic relationship? Culture or religion?
Culture, definitely culture.
Okay, and could you maybe tell us why?
Would you like to go first?
Well, in my opinion, culture is more important because it has greater effect than the religion, and sometimes religion can cause some misunderstanding between people. So yeah, that's why culture is maybe the most important things in the attitude towards each other.
Okay, that's great. What do you think?
Definitely culture, because culture is something that you have been brought up with and you grow with. Meanwhile, religion, you can always choose your own religion, and if you're really in love with that person or you really care for that person, I think you will be able to compromise somewhere and have a religion which both of you would enjoy practicing.
Okay, well, great. How do you feel about an arranged marriage? Does it happen in your culture or religion, or how do you feel about it?
Well, actually, arranged marriage has its positive part and it has its negative part. Let's start first with negative. The negative part is basically that you're married you're married in with a person that you really don't care about, that you don't love, that you don't have any feelings with. Nevertheless, when you look at a relationship where there is love, there tends to be secret that you would not tell the person because you're afraid of hurting that person. Meanwhile, if you married into arranged marriage, there isn't any secret because that fear of having that person's feelings hurt does not exist. So the plus point of arranged marriage is that there is no secret, there is a mutual understanding, and people are honest with each other. And then on the other hand, there is no love. So I think the question should be, which one do you prefer, arranged marriage or marriage for love?
What do you prefer?
Well, I value honesty very much, and in today's society and with women in our level, it is very difficult to marry someone for love because they mightn't possess the same social standards that we have, or they might not accept the fact that we're independent, high-educated women. So it is a very difficult question to give a direct answer towards.
Do you maybe believe that within an arranged marriage you can grow into the love part?
Well, I think you would get used to having that person around you. You would get accustomed of having that person around you. And there would be some sort of caring after a while, but if you really have to define it as love, that is something I think we should ask someone who's in an arranged marriage.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.